Welcome back, everybody. Here we are for another one. Monster Train. As you can see, our streak died last time, but here to recover, here to try and win again. So let's go and see what luck brings us today. Alright, Hellhorned. Nice, haven't seen them in a little while. And Exiled Umbra. Unfortunately, Exiled Umbra, basically the worst allied clan you can have because Plink is just so horrendously bad, but we'll see if we can't work around it. At least it's decent in the early game, so between that and torches we'll have a pretty easy time with the early enemies. And we have our Hornbreaker Prince. Let's see what else we got. We got some Fledgling Imps, not my favorite, but alright, fine. Mine Collapse, a little less useful when you already have a bunch of torches and Plinks, but at least it does something. And Battering Ram, perhaps something we can build towards, though certainly bad right now. And as always, check our relic first. Ooh, Chestplate versus Prototype's pretty interesting. Prototype obviously makes the early game quite a bit easier with powering up your stewards. Chestplate, sort of useful. Still makes the early game a little bit easier. Your stewards jumping to 11 health often means they can survive an extra hit, so that's relevant. Makes our Hornbreaker Prince a little bit tougher and everything else down the road, but I think I'll just go for the Prototype. Alright, and here... So I do like the tanky version of the Hornbreaker Prince reasonably well, though it really pops off when you can give it spikes or some other way to like gain multiple slay triggers, which isn't super easy right now, or with Umbra I should say. Plus Umbra tends to have some decent tanks as well with the Gorge units, though with Plinks as our card it also makes Gorge units a little bit harder to support. So I think I'll just go for this. It's not good early in the game, obviously. Multi-strike, like this just hits for 12 and has 6 health, right? This hits for 15 and has 15 health, so pretty obviously this is worse to begin. But I think it can develop into something better, whereas this is going to have a great development path. So we'll start with the Brawler and hope that we can pick up the Slay Trigger version at some point here. I'll take Spikes, not too worried. We have our Super Stewards and we have a bunch of Plinks to eliminate these units anyway. Alright, here's one of them. We don't have any, well, we do have some one-tile units with the Fledgling Imps. So let's set up something like this maybe. Then go ahead and play these morsels. Right, just go ahead and eliminate more of these units. Let's see. I would like to give our Hornbreaker Prince Rage, but Rage 3 will dissipate pretty quickly anyway, so maybe that's not so big of a concern. Let's just give this more health, and then have some extra energy. Just throw this one away. Okay, well we don't find another Plink or Torch here unfortunately, but we can still torch one of these and maybe play our Imp in front here. Then play an extra Steward, and we should be completely fine for the boss. Alright, that's really good. Guess we can Mind Collapse, play a Torch, and I guess we'll play a Steward down here. It should, yeah, it does 80 damage by itself, kind of insane. We'll even buy an extra hit, why not? Yeah, the powered up Steward's really quite good in these early fights. Carrying us through pretty well. Alright, so easy trial, easy fight. Okay, Ritual of Battle does get interesting with a multi-striking Hornraker Prince. And we already have these fledgling imps, so rage synergies are sort of a thing we might be looking to capitalize on. Our Train Steward's multi-strike as well. So even though it's an expensive spell that can be difficult to play, I think there's enough here. And we don't really need a Vend with all the other damage we have, and Fortify is just not that high impact of a card. Alright, so we can gain extra energy sometimes, or have an extra source of morsels, or look for lifesteal. I think the extra source of morsels is good, as I said. Plinks tend to fall off pretty quickly unless you can improve them, so we can't rely on those too much. Let's just take a pack of morsels so we can find a Gorge unit and power it up. And hit the Sunbird banner. Damage, shield, health, large. Okay, so pretty tanky set of improvements there, and we have the Crucible Collector. It's pretty good. And the boss looks like it's going to reduce our strength, so annoying. It does make our multi-striking plans a little bit worse, perhaps, but shouldn't affect the Crucible Collector in a massive way, so I'm happy to pick that one up. And then I think making it large is completely fine here. 3 slots should be okay. We can still stick 2 morsels behind it, or maybe if you find Morsel Maker, Morsel Master, something along those lines, we can put those there as well. So, pretty happy with that. And the question is, do I want to give it even more health, or maybe damage shield to sort of help it out early in the fights, or save the slot for something like attack? I think just giving it max health is good. But Purge, let's see if we need this money on the next circle. Well, hard to be sure. We probably won't go to the Merchant of Steel, right? Unless we maybe get a unit here that we really want to improve. I'll save the money. The removing right now isn't that good. All of our cards are still doing stuff, so it's okay to wait. And here I'll take the Mark of Invasion. Again, we have lots of damage that can deal with this stuff pretty well. Alright, so definitely want to play Plink on this top floor. So I think the Crucible Collector can maybe sit on the bottom. Just eat a couple of these morsels, obviously, and we'll just stick the champion on the top. Hopefully put something in front of it here shortly. Alright, so definitely still want to blink and continue feeding this thing for additional lifesteal. And then, let's see, yeah, play a Train Steward, play a Fledgling Imp. Then, let's see, can Mind Collapse there, and then perhaps Torch here. We get more of our Train Stewards. Go ahead and deploy these. Torch, Collapse, and Torch. Reserve some of our damage shields. And I expect, yeah, this can beat the boss by itself. We can give it a Ritual of Battle, why not? So pretty straightforward run so far, and pretty easy, which is nice. Let's see, Hidden Passage, Welder, Helper, Vent. Again, not too worried about Vent, we have plenty of damage spells. The Hidden Passage and the Welder Helper are a little more interesting. We already have 2 imps, so we're kind of maybe on the lookout for something that lets us sacrifice them in some way. So that could be interesting. It can combo with the battering ram for a lot of damage. So I'm not opposed to the welder helper. Hidden passage could be strong. It sort of depends on how we set everything up. The crucible collector obviously needs space behind him to collect morsels, but perhaps we can set up another floor where moving units around is useful. Yeah, I'll take the hidden passage. Generally having one of those around is useful. And here, I think on Tumber Assault over the Packed Morsels, we want something that we can do repeatably. Alright, so we didn't end up getting a unit from that fight, which means I'm less worried about the Merchant of Steel with just the one Hellhorn unit that we'd get out of this flag. I'd rather go to the Umbra banner and pick up our free artifact. More Gorgers is not exactly what I was looking for. We're gonna have a hard time finding enough morsels, I think, to feed 2 sets of these. So I'm gonna skip this. Pretty unfortunate. Well, maybe I should have come here first. The Abandoned Untumber means we could have actually done that pretty well. That said, I think I still take it over the Restraints. The Rage obviously good on our champion, and actually good on these Train Stewards as well. But it will wear off pretty quickly, whereas this will sort of continue to help throughout the fight. Okay, well we certainly don't want Heartless, given that our main tank has lifesteal. So it's a question of a Heartstone or a Blood for Blood. And they're both tempting, they're both better than doing nothing here for sure. Just giving this even more health is totally okay, versus making sure that our Pyre gets some health back if it kills anything. Just adds that little bit of extra safety. And I think I'll go for the Blood for Blood this time. I don't think the lifestealing unit needs that much more max health. It should be sustaining itself with lifesteal anyway, so... Alright, I think here we do much the same as we did last time. Let's kill this, then get our champion deployed. House is this? This is the push the back Talos, okay. Well, that's something we're gonna have to worry about a little bit, but it should mostly be fine. It's not incant on that one. Let's see, lifesteal, health, damage, shield. So we'll go lifesteal and I suppose health here. And I think no, we're getting one every turn. I don't have to keep these around. And they can even survive a turn right now, so this is fine. Just toss out a couple torches. Maybe there's bad. So I do want an imp here. But I should have played in the front actually to leave room for something else in the future. But it is what it is. And we'll get a train steward going. The assault, unfortunately, not quite strong enough here to take anything out. So let's play this guy. Now our champion's gonna end up in the front, but it's mostly fine. Let's see. Plink sure doesn't do much. So I would like to deploy a second steward here. Play this, and I don't think Hidden Passage does a lot either. So, okay, unfortunate. We have just one wave remaining. Link's still being useless. I think we have enough health and lifesteal here that I'll just put a steward back for additional damage. And then, yeah, not much else matters here. Boss is dying. We're totally fine. Alright. Alright, so made it through without much issue. Do love Shroud Spike as a general rule. It's a really powerful card. Blazing Bolts can be good, but we're probably not going to have so much surplus energy that we wanted. And Kindle would be nice once we have a Shroud Spike, but I think the Shroud Spike first makes more sense. Alright, now decide which of these units to take. So after seeing that fight, I still don't think a second Gorger is great. The Plinks, as you saw, not doing much, and we just end up with not that many morsels each turn. So we're going to stick to one Crucible Collector, and then the question is, do we want an Alpha Fiend, which is a solid big DPS, or a Steelworker, which is a crappy tank, but a tank? We could kind of use one with this Hornbreaker Prince, sort of being what it is. We have, what, one more chance to pick up a unit, I think, and that's it, and it's an Umbra unit. So that's basically can give us a tank that isn't a Gorger, unfortunately. So I might be forced to pick the Steelworker up, as much as I hate it. And here I think I'll just take draw. Yeah, try to get through the bad parts of our deck a little bit quicker. And I will still go to this banner. We could use another unit for sure. Might end up having to use a couple of stewards, but it's okay. So let's merchant first. Double stack on this is a lot of rage. Might invest in that. Let's see what our champion can upgrade to first. Okay, this is a good one. I will take Reaper here. Should make our champion pop off a little bit more. Let's see what we got here. Okay, these are nice. So, Morsel Maker, obviously a nice reliable source each turn, so you can kind of forget about the Crucible Collector, but I think Morsel Master might be better. We're getting a morsel each turn anyway, so we'll have room to play that there, and it'll sort of take care of itself. Yeah, I think that makes more sense. Yeah, I think I'll try Rage 20. It's just so much damage. I do have to reduce the cost on it at that point. And then 20 magic power and consume on a Plink is fantastic. Now let's give it a quick reroll. Permafrost. Decent on Shroud Spike. Decent on Hidden Passage, but I think too expensive for the time being. Let's power up another Plink and reduce cost on Shroud Spike, probably. And of course we get our 2 removes here. Brainstorms are still useful for the time being. I'll want to get rid of at least a couple of them by the end of the run, but for now I might get rid of Plinks or Torches instead, or maybe this Battering Ram. It really isn't looking like it's going to do much, so let's start there. And just get rid of 1 torch. Alright, units on each floor again. These guys are still 1 health, so I think I'm still going to try this one. We have the Blood for Blood as well, which means our Pyre might actually gain health from these guys, which is kind of great. So maybe I don't even try to kill them. Right, yeah, they'll attack for 6, and then we restore 15 health, so that's just great. That said, I do need to set up on the top floor with these 2, so I'll be doing that, but at least the first wave gets to heal our Pyre, which is great. This will go down here, and I don't mind the haste so much. Let's just clear out the high DPS unit. Beautiful. Okay, this is a lot. Let's see. Definitely play Morsel Master, and now I gotta start figuring stuff out here. Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna buff things as we kill them. Also, they're killing the Steelworker, which I don't like. So I may drop a Plink to start, see what that does. Unfortunately, I ended up hitting this Defender, which was bad. Can I save the Steelworker? Let's see. If I play a Morsel in front, then that takes 4, and then he takes still way too much? Okay. So the Steelworker's gonna die, that's totally fine. It's not that strong of a unit at the moment. That said, I would like to save our Pyre a bit of health. I think I'm going to ascend. I'm going to be greedy and ascend this thing. That also gives us some health back, and what's left here will get handled okay. In the meantime, let's just give our champion a damage shield, I guess. Throw one of these out. Oh, I forgot to put one on the bottom. That's obviously just a silly mistake. Hopefully it won't matter too much. Alright. Our champion's taking 10. I would love to put a Ritual of Battle on it. Maybe I can do that. It will end up killing 2 things. Yeah, why not? And then do one of these, of course. Yeah, this Blood for Blood really paying off here. Alright, well we found a Steward to go ahead and run in the front here. That is pretty helpful. Maybe stack up some additional rage. Let's see, definitely do one of these. Yeah, I don't mind playing that. And then let's see. Yeah, I guess the Hornbreaker Prince is getting more triggers here, so I actually don't want to kill. I guess I can kill this, and then I'll kill the guy in the back, so that's fine still. Alright, well, Here's a steward to go ahead and capitalize on this morsel. Yes, I can fire this off as well. Oh, these are not what we were looking for, but that's okay. Yep, something like that. And as expected, this is killing the boss like it always does. Give it more attack. And there we go. So still doing well for now. We could use a way to something like spikes or sweep or whatever to deal with some of the units in the back. The blood for blood helped us there, but once we get to the harder hitting units, it's not going to be quite enough. Let's see. Pyrochomper, important work. Inferno. I do love Inferno. And it is possible for us to use it, but it's not always easy. But I think I might take it. We're really on a 2-floor setup at this point. We might occasionally use Hidden Passage to like get a little extra value, but yeah, let's try it. I'm a big fan of Inferno. Feast is pretty good, as is Grovel. Gem Trove, a little too expensive for our deck right now. So Feast lets us eat with the Crucible Collector and then play a second morsel. We're gonna have turns where that happens, but it's not a huge benefit. It's only 2 morsels that we're eating. Grovel gives a damage shield, which is like nice, and adds some morsels. Nah, I'll try the Feast. I don't think it's amazing, but it might be good enough. Alright, yeah, we really need to get this Merchant of Steel, make our Steel Worker actually, you know, do anything whatsoever, because right now it's just trash. So we're going to be going here next time, so for now we either get to Merchant of Magic, or Duplicate and Restore Health. Just wondering how good Duplicate is for our deck. Extra Shroud Spike, never bad. Extra Ritual of Battle, actually sort of interesting. But I think I'll go this way and get our free artifact and play with some more spells. 3 Magic Power or Cleansing Water. Cleansing Water is pretty good, but 3 Magic Power could be really nice here. It makes the torches into 5s, which is actually really relevant, and it makes the Plinks potentially do something a larger amount of the time. Makes the Mind Collapses sometimes do something for 0. I think it has a lot of benefits for us here. Another Remove Consume. Don't think I'm that interested. It increases cost as well. Maybe it'd be alright on Plink if it didn't, but 20 Magic Power at Consume is probably still just gonna go on more Plinks. I kind of like the torches now they're at 5, and reduce cost probably on Inferno. It's a little expensive. And yeah, let's do a reroll, see what else we get. Permafrost. Again, there's a couple of candidates for it, but I don't think it's worth the 115 gold. 10 Magic Power can maybe go on Tumbra Assault, that seems good. And then, do I want to make Inferno 1, or wait for like maybe getting a holdover on it? Let's see, we're going Steel here. And maybe we go Magic at the very end. Yeah, I think I'll hold on this one. Just give the minus cost to Shroud Spike again. And I'm gonna hold on to my money yet again. maybe do some extra removes at this next merchant. Alright, enemies restore full health and they move up a floor. 105. This could go totally fine or be really awful for us. It's gonna, like, once we can get the Hornbreaker Prince to kind of start going off, it'll kill stuff pretty readily, but until then it's a little too scary, and random artifacts aren't that good of a reward, so I'll be safe and keep this off. Alright, so once again, we'll go Steelworker Prince, play this guy here, and do I want to kill these guys? I guess I do, yeah. I'll give this a damage shield actually, and then give this the other things. Here's the Crucible Collector. That's nice. And then do I want to Inferno this floor or do something else? I mean, my alternatives are like Plinks, so I think I'm totally fine with just casting Inferno. And I'll play these morsels as well, so I can copy a better one. I think more attack is better than more lifesteal in this case, and giving this lifesteal doesn't seem all that relevant either, so let's just do that. Okay, well, there's a ritual of battle. So yeah, we would have been perfectly fine taking the trial, but just a little bit dangerous, so I'd rather be safe about it, I think. Do need energy off the next boss. Certainly running into some energy issues here. Alright, well, there's a Shroud Spike. Not exactly the morsel I wanted to multiply. Maybe I Plink first. Okay, attack's decent. Let's try that. We'll give this some defense. And yeah, I guess I can get some extra value here from these mine collapses. Passage. Let's go here. Two of these guys on the bottom. And let's see, do 14. Yeah, I guess I may as well move one of these, get us her kill. I guess I'll evacuate one of these out of here and then cast the Inferno. And as usual, lifesteal just doing the job. Tiresome Climb. Is that good? It's not bad. If we can put something into the Pyre, it can restore health. If we can put something into our Prince to get some kills, that's pretty nice. Yeah, let's give it a shot. Cave-in, huh? Ember Forge. This is sort of an interesting way to try and address our energy issues, though. It does obviously clash with the Inferno plan, so I probably don't go this way. Cave-in's interesting. If we could give that permafreeze, then set up our floors on top of each other, we could collapse them at the end of the fight, and that would be pretty strong, but I don't think it's quite what we're going to be. Alright, let's go to the Steel Merchant. Multi-strike. I mean, I'll give it to the Morsel Master, just because I can't really afford to skip it, I think, but it's not incredible. 25 health on this is good. And then 7 rage. Could give that to the Morsel Master, maybe. It's good with the multi-strike, sure. Get a large stone if we want to make the Steelworker big. Means no more fledgling imp shenanigans, but that's probably fine. It just means this guy's a lot tougher. So the fledgling imps end up being kind of useless. That's fine. And then, yeah, I don't think I'm going to worry about these stewards at this point. Let's check out what's in the cave. Okay, we get the Historian. Too late for petty theft, so it's between gratitude and aggressive. Let's see. Do I need my pyre to be stronger? It's never a bad thing. Do I need more gold? Also not a bad thing. Man. Yeah, I'll try this. It's not gonna be insane, but a little bit of extra gold never hurts. And then I'll go ahead and pop one remove now, and these imps can go ahead and get out of here. We're off to fight Fel. Scourge cards. Okay, so we're going to take a little bit of pyre damage because we are already running into energy issues, so these Scourge cards are going to be a problem for us, for sure. Let's see. Yeah, we can't use the top floor, so I guess that makes this a pretty simple setup. This wants to go here. And then penance versus doing some plinks. I think I'll just be happy with penance. Needs to go here. Alright, our champion's not dying, so that part's nice. I think that means I get to use the morsel here, and this gift really getting in the way. Play this, and eliminate the higher damage unit. We get to still get both kills, that's pretty good. Obviously, have to get our Steelworker online. And then, let's see, we can actually create some extra energy this turn, which is useful. And get to do this, and maybe even eliminate a couple of these units. Alright, that's pretty good. Energy morsel, not super exciting. Start with this maybe? Nope. Alright, play the packed morsels then. We'll go attack, and more attack. Eliminate this thing that's adding junk to our deck. That's about all I can really do here. gonna do that. Probably just getting rid of dependence here. We're doing fine. I don't need to play too many of these torches and stuff. Let's just go ahead and eliminate the unit in the back. Call that a day. Alright, Entumbra Assault. Nice here. To do more useful things. Tiresome climb. Let's see, this will kill here, and then we kill there. Yeah, the climb not really accomplishing much here, unfortunately. So, guess I'll just hit the boss as hard as I can. Alright. Probably don't get to use the gift again, though we do have 4 energy this turn. Maybe I'm willing to take 5 damage for that. Yeah, let's do it. Let's get this out of the deck and get slightly more out of it. Alright, here comes the boss. Not actually killing at the moment, but I suspect we can fix that. Probably either of these 2 cards does it, so I don't know, I'll do Ritual of Battle, it sounds like more fun. Alright. Reinforced Transcendent Wretch. Don't think we have any great summon abilities. Don't want to be retching our crappy morsels, and we don't have any armor really, so that's a skip. And then I will take energy here. We could have maybe also used capacity, but I think energy is a little more important. Okay, so don't need another steel merchant. We don't have any slots left in any of our units. This way we can maybe shop for a trinket versus getting a free remove and a free concealed cavern. Sort of interesting. We're guaranteed a trinket shop in the next circle anyway, so I don't know how relevant this is, but it does give us more options. Whereas this is cavern event, which can be pretty hit or miss, and the free remove is nice. We do have stewards and this imp still, all kinds of stuff we don't want in our deck. We don't need the health, so I think I'll go this way, just for the remove, mostly. The last the imps, and one of the stewards. Let's see what our champion gets. So I think additional multi-strike might be the way I go this time around, because we have that huge synergy with the Ritual of Battle. Just makes him pretty insane, rather than getting the additional slay power. Let's see what we find in the caves. Alright, it's kind of interesting. 2020 and the Purge. +20/+20 and Purge on a Train Steward's no joke. That makes it a really powerful unit. We're on the second to last circle. I might actually take the Monster Rail Spike and save it for the final fight, and try to ascend it into the floor with the Hornbreaker Prince and the Steelworker. That actually sounds okay to me. If I'm feeling really confident, I could put it on the Morsel Master and plan not to use it on the upcoming fight and just save it for the boss. But that seems kind of dangerous. Let's do this. And maybe at that point I could throw something else on it just for, yeah, for 25 gold. I'll throw 10 more attack on it. Plan to save it for the big boss, probably. Alright, enemies restore full health. Again, that's probably a little too dangerous. We have a lot of money already, so I'm not too worried. Just gonna keep that one off. Okay, small floor at the top again. Let's see. It was slightly awkward. I want to play my Morsel Master, but it's gonna sort of get wrecked, though. I get to kill this, at least. Makes things a bit easier. So then we can go Steelworker, Prince, and then we'll just throw some morsels in front of this, probably. So I can throw some energy morsels in the front. Let's see, and then move the tank out of here. Doesn't quite get us a kill, unfortunately. I'll give this more attack as well. Just get this out of my hand. Alright, well, there's the Ritual of Battle, and we can even afford to cast it, looks like. So I will do that. It's immediately gonna give us a lot of value. This actually gets the Healer Pyre, which is nice. And then let's blink maybe. Okay. I guess we'll just keep stacking this floor for now. Can't do much with it. Oh, I could have eaten and played one down there. Oh, it's silly, but okay. Yeah, let's throw a couple planks. Get additional lifesteal. Running out of space for all these morsels. Inferno, not looking great here, though it can clear these morsels out for us. It's actually not nothing. Man, keep drawing Shroud Spike with the energy morsels, not great. Let's see, I mean, I'm going to play this, obviously, and then probably Tiresome Climb something. Torch can just kill here. Can our champion kill this by itself? One hit kills this, and it's hitting for 91 times 2, which is 182, so it's just short of killing the Gilded Wing. I guess that's fine. We'll just climb this. And forge this. Yeah, there's not that many waves. I guess I'll just do this. Clear out this floor. there's our Purge Steward, so again, not looking to play that one. More energy, let's go with Packed Morsels, get some additional attack going, and just buff this guy up as well. Alright, and we're totally fine here. Go ahead and kill that thing. Alright. 460 gold, pretty good. Second Inferno. Probably not too interested. Scholar. Can get back a Shroud Spike, but also just gets back a bunch of Plinks and other useless things, so I think I'll skip here. The Inferno hasn't been that good. Excavation Eruption, on the other hand, could be decent. Yeah, I'll take that one. Then definitely go this way, look to duplicate and remove, and more spells a bit. Potentially anyway. Okay. See what trinkets we have. Okay, Railhammer does make Steelworker a little bit better. Is that worth it for 225 gold though? That's debatable. And Broken Horn's also quite good. Lets us conserve energy on the turns where we have a lot to then put into maybe a Shroud Spike or something. So I don't mind that either. We cannot afford them both. Just a little bit shy. Let's see. I think I'll go for the Horn here. And spend the rest of our cash on spell upgrades. Permafrost still more expensive than I'd like for what it does. 10 magic power on this is really good. And then I think I'll also cost reduce this. Double stack. No. Yeah, let's go 20 magic power and consume on yet another Plink. And then -1 cost on the Inferno, it's fine. What do we want to duplicate is a pretty interesting question. Shroud Spike's good. Ritual of Battle actually has been really, really good. I might do that one. Yeah, let's do that. And then for remove, I think just the other Train Stewards make a lot of sense. Alright. Feeling reasonably confident here. Let's see how it goes. Oof. Okay, the fact that this is smaller again makes the Super Train Steward plan not quite as good, but I don't think I can do much about it. The question is, can I get this Morsel Master down right now? I have Plink and Mind Collapse to try and eliminate some of these guys, and I have this to get in the way. So probably start with this. Okay, that's fine. So then we'll go. Oh, this does require a little bit of energy, unfortunately, so we can't quite get the Ritual of Battle down. But we can go 1, 2, 3, then 4. Just make a whole lot of these guys. Obviously need to get the Collector out here. Apparently need to save it. So let's start with a Plink. Right, This one's for 4, so that's not quite gonna cut it. This Mind Collapse eating all of our energy is not exactly where I want to be either. Tiresome Climb, maybe? Probably have to end up using this, even though I would like to have saved the energy. We're taking 40 damage. Still kind of a lot. Climbing this, though, means it's going to get hits on the Pyre, which isn't great. But I think our Pyre's healthy enough that I can handle it. There's just so much damage rolling in right now. Okay, but a couple of decent pickups here. Let's start with this one. Okay. I'll hit you as well. Then Torch. Torch. Then let's go. Play these guys. Feast. Play these guys. It's going to 3095. Says no, the torch won't do anything there. I'll just torch you, I guess. We need to start getting some triggers going on our champion. You can give it the rage. Inferno's a good draw here. We can just Inferno this floor while also casting Ritual of Battle on the champion. And just do this. Alright, that's a good Shroud Spike here, I think. This guy's taking quite a beating right now. It's Train Steward. Alright. I mean, I'm always playing this. I think I just do the Shroud Spike. This may end up failing, but I think we'll be okay at the end of the day. Maybe, let's play one Torch. Just saves so much, and then we'll do it this way. And I even get to Mind Collapse, the 3 health thing. With that amount of lifesteal, we should be able to handle the boss pretty handily. So, okay, well this is dying. Let's see if we can't fix that. A couple torches ought to do the trick. We can also feast here for additional energy. It's pretty good. Playing for more. Torch, and I think we're close enough now to the boss phase that I'm gonna put the rage on this thing, because this is the floor where the magic's gonna happen. This has a good chance on this floor. Oh, they all hit the middle one. Alright. Fair enough, I guess. Let's see. You're fine. Let's just torch here. Obviously play that. Mine that guy, I guess. And kill this. Not worried about the plink. Alright, here comes the final wave, and we're already killing. We can even go off a little bit harder. And there we are. Pretty simple win, with just powerful lifesteal here. Don't know how much the Unbroken Horn helped us in the end, but it did something. And yeah, overall, pretty smooth run. Pretty typical solid strategy of just this lifestealer handling bosses, and then our champion ended up being good enough at killing the other stuff, along with the torches and the blood for blood, making our pyre a little bit safer, so... Nice little run. I'm a little sad we didn't get to do anything with our Super Steward at the end there, but oh well. Alright, so yeah, a win in the books, starting another streak, and thank you for watching. I'll see you for the next one.